Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. What's your weather like there?
It's windy and it's raining.
That's what we have also, but like wind gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour.
Uh, one, how, how much? How many kilometers?
90, nine
Oh,
zero.
90 0. Okay. Mm,
That's a
I,
lot.
I,
That's a
I, I,
lot.
I have no idea. I don't know whether it's fast or not.
Very fast.
Okay, okay.
Very fast.
Mm.
If it's more than 20, you don't want it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So when are you getting your vaccine?
in a few days. To be honest, I'm a little bit scared.
I know you're scared, but you should be scared. You know why? Because it was just on the news that the Nova Scotia government is recommending that everybody gets a PCR test. That means they're getting a lot of COVID cases.
I have gone through three times.
I
Uh,
know that was last week. You can be fine one day and sick the next day. See,
is there?
that's why I don't like when you go on an airplane, say 72 hours or 48 hours before. You can be fine. People go on the plane, they're fine. They get off the plane 12 hours later and they're sick. That's the big problem. That's why it's spreading.
I wanna wait. I wanna you, you know
Don't wait till you get sick. What are you
you
waiting
know
for?
because of the variants, the Delta, Omicron. I think
Yes.
the Pfizer and the Moderna would produce the
No, they're not. Don't wait because they're not doing anything.
what I mean is they would produce more advanced to that can deal with the variants. They would replace the vaccination in the store.
You know what? Next year, there's going to be another booster shot. Maybe next year, for the people who've had their vaccines, can get the booster shot, have extra. But they're saying now there's nothing new. They're not making anything new. And you have to have first vaccine, second vaccine, and 6 months after your second vaccine, you get your booster, and that will help with the variant. Okay. So you have to start. And the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take. Okay. And some people get a sore arm, some people get a headache after it. I got nothing.
You are white people. I'm Asian guy.
No, 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 no. I spoke to my daughter. She had her booster yesterday. I spoke to her today. She's got a headache. Her arm hurts. Her leg hurts. Everything hurts her from her shot. She's white. She's my daughter. Okay,
Okay.
has nothing to do with it. The inside of your body is the same thing as everybody else. I know I keep telling you, and you're probably tired of hearing it, but it's the same thing as everybody else. You
Mm-mm.
have to get your vaccine. The longer you wait, the more chance you have of getting COVID. And young, healthy people die from COVID.
Oh yeah. Especially the 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds, very dangerous. I
And
know
the
that.
20-year-olds. Okay, every age, people are dying from COVID. Don't wait till you get it. Some people get COVID, it's very mild, they just can't smell anything.
Mhm.
Some people get it where they end up in the intensive care unit on a ventilator. Okay.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you, I just heard on the news where they're saying everybody in Nova Scotia should get a PCR test. Now, they're probably saying it because they're getting a lot of cases.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And they want people who are positive to stay at home. But you're running from one store to another. You're with people. You know, it's not like when you were in Shanghai and you stayed in your apartment, you didn't go anywhere. You know, you've got to get your vaccine. Don't keep saying tomorrow, tomorrow. That's no good. Monday.
Okay, Monday. Okay.
Okay. Don't sit and wait for a new vaccine. There's no new vaccine coming out. The only new vaccine is the booster, and you have to have the booster 6 months after the second vaccine. And if they want to give you Moderna is just as good as Pfizer.
Okay.
My children had Moderna, just as good. Okay.
You know, to be honest, I don't trust.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I know Pfizer and Moderna are very good company, and even in China, Sinopharm and Sinovac, they're good. But I think the vaccination should go through the many tests, and after many years.
Okay, let me explain about it. Let's see if I can explain it well enough. You know, have you heard of SARS? Have you heard of the swine flu? Have you heard of the regular flu? Okay. Have you heard of a cold?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, they all are called coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
All of them are called coronavirus. But when the virus is a little bit different and it's making a lot of people sick, they give it a name. Like there was the SARS flu and the SARS, what do you call it? The SARS epidemic. Then there was the H1N1 epidemic. And I worked through it and I wasn't even wearing a mask. Okay. The flu every year, what they do is the main ingredient is the same. And every year they change it to a different name or a different number. Like the flu vaccine, every year, the regular flu vaccine has a different name or number. I don't know what they're using. Okay. Okay. It's the same thing with the COVID-19. That's why it's called COVID-19. It's not called H1N1. It's got a different name. So the base is the same. It's just slightly different. Just like, did you have for SARS or maybe you were too young? Or did you have for H1N1? Did you have those vaccines?
Yeah, no. I heard of H1N1, but I never got a shot for that.
Okay. It wasn't a pandemic then.
Okay,
it wasn't a pandemic then. This is a pandemic. So these shots have been tested many, many years. It's just every year there's a slight little change in it according to what virus is floating around. As a matter of fact, for example, the flu shot in Canada a couple of years ago, and they do this every year, but I was going on vacation. I got my flu shot in Canada. I got to Las Vegas. I got the flu, but I also got pneumonia. I was very, very sick. I should have been in a hospital, but I was stupid and I didn't go. But what was I going to say? Because the flu virus that was in Vegas was not the same flu virus that was in Canada. Okay. So you don't have to worry about the safety of it. And don't listen to any stupid stories that you hear that the government's putting a chip in your arm so that they can know where you are. Don't listen to any of those stupid stories. Do you think if it wasn't safe, I would take it? I'd have my children and my grandchildren take it. Do you think I would say, okay, everybody, we're going? No.
I'm an Asian guy, and part of me are Mongolian. So I think I'm a little bit special. Special.
You're
I
not.
don't mean I'm noble. I don't mean I'm a noble person. You were telling me, the Queen in the UK they got a shot, but I don't think I'm a,
Okay, okay. I have some Chinese doctors that I talk to. Okay,
Mhm.
they got the shots. They're Chinese. They're living in China. They're just like you.
If they're living in China, they got shot from Sinovac
So
or
what? They're all basically the same. They're all basically the same, and it has no difference what race you are. Because I keep trying to tell you, the only thing different about you is the color of your skin and the shape of your eyes. That's the only thing that is different. Inside, you're the same thing. You say no, ask a doctor, he will tell you. Ask the nurse who's going to give you a shot. Say, did you or any of the other nurses ever give an injection to an Asian person? And they'll say yes. If there's other Asian people in Halifax, they will say yes. And if you don't take it and you end up getting sick, you got a real problem, especially if you get real sick and you go to the hospital. You're going to get treated just like everybody else because you are the same as everybody else. And you don't want to be choking that you end up dying, or you don't want them to have to put a tube down your throat. And then for the rest of your life, you can be walking around with heart problems or whatever organ that the virus hits. It doesn't make sense. There's billions of people in the world. I hate to tell you, you're a nice man, but you're not special. Your body is like everybody else's. I know you don't want to agree with me.
Okay,
I know you. Ask your landlord if he got it. I don't know if he got it or not. Ask some of the Chinese people who live in Canada if they got it.
okay.
Now, I want you to go for it because I don't want you to end up very sick or dying. You're taking a chance, a very big chance. In the States, only 50 something percent have been vaccinated. And when they go to the hospital and they're dying, they say to the nurse, I changed my mind. Give me the vaccine now. It's too late. You understand me?
Oh, sure. I'm thinking. I'm considering.
Okay, you can think about it.
Mhm.
Look at the pros and look at the cons. Look what's good and what happens if you don't take it.
I don't know why. The company, the biotech, right, and Pfizer come up with a new way to produce the vaccine. So I would like them to make the vaccine in a traditional way, like China. If the Canada, government admits, Sino.
You know what? I want to tell you something. When you were in China, you said Pfizer was better. Now you're telling me that the Chinese vaccine is
It's
better.
because of the variant. I find that the Pfizer cannot deal with
The
the
booster,
variants.
the booster can. If you know how to read the articles, and they'll tell you that the booster can.
You know, I think Pfizer should have come up with a new way, just 2 shots for every single person. No other
They
booster.
can't. They
They
can't.
can't. They can't.
They,
Yeah.
they cannot do it. There is just too much of a problem. Okay? Look, the flu shot, they can't give one. They have to give it every year. It's a booster every year for the flu. Because when they give you something, it doesn't last forever. Like when you're a little kid, your mother would keep taking you to get more shots and more shots. Some of them were booster shots because you couldn't put it all in, give it to you all at one time.
As far as the hepatitis B, for the liver, what is the name of that virus? Your liver of the be get sick. Hepatitis B, right?
For hepatitis B, okay, there's
Hep-
lots of hepatitis. Okay.
hepatitis B, right? Yeah, there is no booster. I got the shot when I was the kid.
That's different. That's not caused by a virus.
No,
That's not
it's
caused by a
viral.
virus. It's not caused by a virus. It's caused by something else.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You're not going to win with this. I can read medical journals much better than you, and I understand what I'm reading.
I know that I'm not a medical expert. I
That's right.
cannot judge. Yeah,
You need to go for your Pfizer shot or your Moderna. I don't care which one you go.
But what if I die in Canada? And my parents would be very sad.
Yeah. And what if you get COVID and die in Canada? Your parents will be very sad and they'll say, why was he stupid? Why didn't he get his COVID shot?
I want to tell you a story. When I was walking on the streets, I often see the cemetery. I don't know why they put the cemetery along the streets. I don't like to see the cemetery.
No, I don't like that either. I don't like
Yeah.
cemetery. Okay, you're worried what are your parents going to say if you get the shot and you die? What are they going to say if you don't get the shot and you die? Your mother's going to say, he's stupid. He could have gotten the shot and not died. What was the matter with him? Your mother's a nurse.
Yeah. She's a nurse.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Be smart. Be smart. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I wish I knew somebody around here who was Chinese that I could say, come and talk to you, but